You wouldn't think a simple bed sheet would get this kind of reception from a group of young children, but for these kids in Togo, West Africa, it's a precious gift.
The smiles of the children, they have no idea what's happening. They're just told to be at the school, and some of the parents don't really understand why should they be getting this gift from halfway around the world for no reason.
It's the gift of sleep. Bed kits provided by Toronto-based charity Sleeping Children Around the World. In every kit, a mat or mattress, a pillow, a blanket, and a mosquito net. But the kit also contains school supplies and clothing, almost always using local suppliers. Lynette Jenkins started volunteering with the charity in 1990. She's just come back from her 16th trip distributing kits to children.
Even if you can think of a child being able to sleep better because they've now got a malarial net, mosquito net, malaria is rampant in Africa. Knowing that perhaps you might save a child from being desperately ill, so knowing that you perhaps can make their lives a wee bit easier is huge.
Joy, sleep, hope. That's what we provide.
Dave Dryden is the chair of Sleeping Children, carrying on a legacy his parents, Murray and Margaret, left behind. To this day, it continues to fundraise and has partnered with some of Canada's biggest companies. The Drydens founded Sleeping Children Around the World after tripping over a child sleeping in the street in India. That was in 1970.
I started really in 1992 when Dad was still living, going on my first distribution. And once I'd been on that distribution, it was, oh yeah, I mean, I've got to do more of this.
With a team of volunteers, Sleeping Children has distributed beds in 33 countries to more than 1 million children.
It isn't just giving a bed kit to a child, it's the kind of interactions you have with the child, the interactions with the community. As my daughter mentioned in her speech, the fact that the people we work with over there actually go out into the countryside and go to villages and see things they've never seen before either. It just educates everybody about poverty and helps to empower those people in poverty to change, their condition.
As a way to help break the ice, Lynette brings Wally the puppet along, an idea she came up with to deal with language barriers and anxiety.
He can communicate with the kids in any language that you care to mention. And also it sets the parents' mind at rest because we obviously look very different, we're very foreign. Some of the children may not have seen white people before, and we are potentially scary. But Wally takes away all the fear.
When Murray Dryden started Sleeping Children Around the World, his dream was to raise $1 million to provide bed kits to children. So far, the charity has raised $23 million, but the results have been immeasurable.
Talking to a person in Tanzania, I get the same kind of responses as somebody from Bangladesh. And I mean, religions are different, cultures are different, but this whole business of children being special and needing sleep plus a direction and a possibility for education the next day, that's what I hear everywhere.
You come home feeling that how fortunate we are to live in Canada, how fortunate we are to have everything that we have, and when you see how little the people have and yet how happy they are, it really makes you stop and think.